Hello, everyone. Today's topic is Scorpio and paranoia. So, just to give you a little bit of background about myself, I have my rising, my Mercury, my Venus, and my Pluto in Scorpio. So, I have a lot of Scorpio placements in my chart. I consider myself a transformed Scorpio, even though I'm technically not a Scorpio. I don't have a Scorpio sun, but I do consider myself a transformed soul. Now, I've had to work a lot on myself, especially with some jealousy tendencies and Scorpio Venus or some other difficult, aspects, some other difficult things like, just like the overwhelming intensity of the Scorpio rising. I've had to make myself less intense, and I've actually actively worked on improving myself. So I have a little bit of awareness of the Scorpio energy, the pros and cons of the energy. Um, but I always have some problems with dealing with paranoia. So, and I don't think it's something I can work on. I mean, I'm working on it, but I don't think it's something I can get rid of. I think anyone that has a lot of Scorpio in their birth chart has a lot of intuition, and uh, they see a lot of things. And Scorpio is crazy about finding truth in anything. So often when they find truth, it kind of makes them more pessimistic and more cynical about things in life. So I would say that I try to be optimistic, but I do sometimes in difficult days I get paranoid about things sometimes, and it actually might be true. So just to give you a little bit of understanding about a Scorpio or someone who has a lot of Scorpio in their chart, I can almost get a feel of if someone likes me or not. Um, just by looking at the way they're talking, they're expressing themselves, or we just see a lot of things, and um, a lot of people don't like us. I mean, a lot of people in my family and my relatives, extended family, I feel that they don't like me, and um, if someone else heard me say that in my family, they would outright reject it. But I can tell if someone likes me or if someone doesn't like me. People normally have a really strong reaction towards me. If they like me, then they love me. If they don't like me, then they try to avoid me and not speak to me. So I've seen in the majority of the cases that a lot of people, they don't want to, the people that don't like me, they don't want to speak to me, they kind of avoid me and they kind of feel intimidated by me. So I kind of get the sense, I have the sense of if someone likes me or doesn't like me. And sometimes we can feel all alone. I mean, we can feel all alone because it's just that we can't find people who can reciprocate with us at the same level of intensity that we exhibit towards people that we're passionate about. Um, we just get paranoid. We feel all alone in difficult times. People might be trying their best, but their best might not be good enough for us to help us out. It might not be good enough in our minds. Um, Yeah, I mean, we're constantly battling these thoughts in our mind of, about this tug of war, about this war zone in our minds that we're kind of like all alone by ourselves, and other people are either, in our difficult times, they're not standing up for us, they're not sacrificing themselves the way a Scorpio person might do if they care about someone with a great passion. So sometimes even in our families, we don't see that level of passion and intensity for us. So it kind of it's difficult to explain, but that's what a Scorpio person feels. They can get paranoid pretty easily, sometimes for good reasons. They're suspicious about people's motives, about their constantly trying to uncover the truth and get beyond the surface level. So if someone says something, the Scorpio's not gonna just accept it at face value. They're gonna look deeper because they don't feel that people are upright and honest all the time. Um, there might be hidden meanings in their speech, in the tone of their voice. So the Scorpio rising, they don't just, or the any person in Scorpio, they don't just go for the words the person's saying. They actually look at many other things. They try to collect evidences throughout time and evaluate all the evidences, and they can put pieces together and come up with a coherent story and narrative that that probably is conflicting at many points. So they're great in finding holes in arguments, and um, I mean, and then it kind of tells them that people are not reliable, people are not trustworthy, and it's probably true, but it also makes Scorpio people cynical and can make them feel paranoid about themselves just being all alone in the world, and um, other people not understanding. I mean, I don't know. It's just I think that's all I have to say. Let me know what you think. Thanks.